Hey there. So in today's video, this is all about us getting ready for the frigid cold front that is coming our way. It's nothing that we're not used to here in the Midwest. Where I live at, normally around this time of year, this is definitely expected. So it's nothing that we are not used to. But I thought I'd take you guys along with me to go get our chicken coops ready and our rabbit hatches ready. So the rabbits are outside. Uh, they're in a little bit separate area than the chickens. They do have a little bit more cover depending on where the wind is blowing. But I want to go get them, the rabbits, I want to get them some hay, put into their nesting boxes. And then the chickens, I want to just put some more bedding in. With our chickens, we're already doing the deep litter bedding. We do that during the winter just so it stays a little bit warmer in there. But now we need to add some more because of how cold it's going to get. So I thought you guys would want to come along with me. So I'm going to get bundled up here and head on outside. First up, I'm going to go take care of the rabbits. So they're going to be pretty easy. I just need to add hay to their nesting boxes. So we're going to go do that. We have 2 does and a buck. All 3 of them are silver foxes. So we use them for meat rabbits. One of our does currently has a litter. So they will be ready, I believe, for butchering in March, if I remember right. So got plenty of fur on them. So I'm not too worried about that. And then I'll show you guys here. We have some tarps over our hutches that gives them a little bit more shelter. We put it in the area where their nesting boxes are. So they should be nice and toasty. So I'm not too worried about that. This is just to give them a little extra insulation just in case they want it. Because I think the coldest we're going to get is what, like 5 degrees. So that's not terrible. We've been colder. It's going to get in the negatives at night. Don't get me wrong. But I'll show you guys how we got this set up. So over here is our buck. And then this is one of our does. And this is our other doe. Okay, here they are. So mama's the brown one. And then there are the babies. We got 5 in this litter. So they're doing really good. They're a little bit skittish, but obviously because they're a prey animal. But I need to put some more bedding into this for them. I'm going to clean this out as well, just dump it, and then put some fresh bedding in there for them. But this is their nesting area. And then right in front of it, we have this tarp that we just got on Amazon. It's a clear tarp that we secured down with the nails here, or the screws, excuse me. And that just blocks the wind for her. So that's nice. And then on the inside, obviously, we have this already bordered down. So they've got plenty of shelter in there, and obviously their fur will keep them nice and warm. But I'm going to go ahead and add some more hay to that. They've got the zoomies. I don't know if you guys can see it, but they are going nuts in there. It's because they don't like the sound of the bag rattling, but I thought it was hilarious. This is our other doe. This is Santa. I hope you can hear me okay through this. Trying out some new equipment, so hopefully it is not too loud. The wind isn't, hopefully. This is Sansa. We named them after the Game of Thrones characters. So this is Sansa. That's John. And then this one we have yet to name. So if you guys have any good names from Game of Thrones, drop one below. We actually thought John, our buck, was a female when we first got him. So it wasn't until we started to breed him that we found out that it was a buck. So his name went from Arya to John. So that was fun. Thankfully, the 2 bucks together didn't try to kill each other. Thank God. So that was a good thing. Oh my goodness. There we go. So yeah, so that was a good thing. But that gave us a buck. We weren't planning on having a buck, but now we got one. So it worked out good. And then it was my friend's house that we actually went to breed. So she actually ended up, she was butchering that day. So we took one of her does, and that's where this one came from. So if you have any good names for her, let me know. But we have yet to have a permanent name for her. So all right, let's go ahead and do the chickens. So, got the rabbits done. I just added the hay in, and now I want to go add bedding to the coops. So this should be easy. Like I said, I'm not cleaning them out. I'm just adding more bedding since we do the deep litter bedding. Deep litter bedding, that's what it's called. But it's just where you keep adding on. A lot of people do it in the winter. You just keep adding fresh bedding on top of the bedding that's already there. And then as it decomposes, it actually creates heat in the coop. So it kind of does double work. And then once it's kind of broken down a little bit more, you can actually use it as fertilizer in your garden. So I use it for two things: keeping my chickens warm and fertilizing my garden, which is what rabbit poop is also good for. It's fertilizer. But rabbit poop, you don't have to let it sit. It can just go. So I'm gonna grab a thing of bedding here and go put this in the chicken coop. Thankfully, I think all of these chickens have been through winter here. So this is not their first rodeo. I've got birds in here that are 3 years old. They're going to be 4 next summer. And then I've got 2-year-olds and 1-year-olds in here. So thankfully everybody's all feathered out and all that good stuff. So, whoops. There we go. So I don't have to worry. About that, which is nice. But we have 3 coops in here. We have a total of, 45 birds, I think, give or take. Chicken math. You'll never know how many birds you have, but I can show you. I'm not going to show you the inside of the coops. They are not pretty. I'm not going to lie. They're not pretty right now, just because of that deep litter bedding method. But yeah, we have 3 coops out here. So I have this one over here, which doesn't really get used, especially at night, because we don't have a door on it. But this is our first coop that actually had that attached to it, which is our chicken run, or our chicken tractor for our meat birds. But this one, they will lay in. So we just leave it open. They fly up in there and they lay. So I don't have to mess with that bedding at all. But it's this coop and this coop that I'm going to be adding bedding. Okay. All right. I'm really sorry about the wind. I hope you can hear me. So, okay. So like I said, I'm going to do a deep litter method here. Just going to put fresh bedding in. Then I'll go get a stake to help put that in. But this just makes it way easier. Let's be honest. This is so much easier. Especially in the winter when you don't necessarily want to clean your coops out because you may not have, it's just too cold. So it makes it nice. And what's cool too is that chickens will disperse, if you will, the bedding because they don't like piles. So I don't even necessarily have to spread this out. They'll do it themselves because they don't like it. They don't like all the big piles. So it's kind of up to me if that's what I want to do. But maybe I'll make it easy on them. Now I wanted to get this done today because tonight it's supposed to get a lot colder. We're sitting at like low 30s right now. And tonight it's supposed to get down to 10. And then from there, it's not really supposed to warm up. So that's why I wanted to get this done now versus waiting till tomorrow. Because the temperatures start dropping tomorrow. And then the snow starts coming in on Saturday. So, and luckily the birds, I mean, they're pretty smart enough now. Like my older girls, they may just not even come out. The younger ones, they probably will, but the older girls usually aren't fans of the snow, and depending how much snow we get, they may or may not come out just because they don't want to walk through it. So what I'll do sometimes is when I come out here to check their food and water is I'll like make them a path as I go, and then they'll usually stay in that path. So it just depends. Okay, let's go add it to the other coop. This is where our older girls like to sleep. This is their coop. So this is where our seasoned veterans like to sleep. The younger girls sleep in that other coop. So they just like that better. But this one's not as bad as that other one was, which is good. But I know you guys can't see this. I'm a little embarrassed to show you the inside. Maybe when I go to clean them out in the spring, I'll show you. Because like I said, right now we're doing that. We've got old bedding in here, so it's just not the prettiest. And I don't feel like showing it. So that's okay. We've never had trouble with mites or anything like that. So if someone comes at you saying that this deep litter method might cause mites, I've never had a problem with it. And we've been doing this deep litter method, I think, for like a year now. This is our second winter, I believe, doing this. And we have not had any issues with mites or anything like that. So I don't see a problem with it. All right, I'm just gonna dump the rest of this in there. There we go. Make it easy. Like I said, they can spread it out. So I'll do a little bit here. I'm breaking up like the really big chunks, but they can spread it out to their liking. So I got those all figured out, and I'm going to show you their water. The water's stupid simple. Again, we can, thankfully, I'm very thankful, we can run power out here. We used to not do power, but then it just became a pain in the butt. So now we run power out here. So actually, I'm going to go run up front. I'm going to go grab a couple bricks so I can put their water up, because they are saying that we are supposed to get like anywhere from like 7 to 12 inches of snow here. So we'll see if they're right. Thankfully, we are not getting ice. I hate ice. I hate it. Nothing can go through ice. No car, that is. I feel like I've been caught in ice storms before, and it is not fun. I had to drive I was driving from where I lived to, at the time, where my now husband lived, and it was only supposed to take me an hour. It took me 4 hours. I was on a little Honda Protege, and it took me 4 hours instead of an hour because of the ice. So from then on, I have been scarred by ice. So I'm gonna go grab some bricks, and I'm just gonna put that under their water, just to keep it a little bit more elevated, so they don't have to go searching for it. I want the cart. I grab this cart. But yeah, if I can keep their water elevated, that will just help it not to get buried in snow. And then the heater itself, because these are heated waters, so it will just be better for them. Okay, so last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to elevate their waters. It's just going to keep it up higher since we're going to get so much snow. So I'm just going to get that done. I'm just using these bricks. They're just paper bricks that we had out front. We're just going to stack them on top of each other. Grab 3 of them. I know you can't see this, but I need to get them more water too. But we use electric heated water, so the bottom of them is the heater, and it just keeps them warm. Okay, so all I did was just put the bricks up and then just take the water, put it on top there, and ta-da! It'll be out of the snow, so they'll be good to go. So, all right, that's all I've got, and I'll see you guys next time.